Once upon a time in the land, not so far ago, came Cleveland Hopkins Airport, who had a vision for their new exterior entrance in 1956. It was a period of space exploration and futuristic concepts, and the airport wanted to create a dramatic experience for its visitors. To bring their vision to life, the airport commissioned Victor Schreckengoss, a talented, innovative, forward-thinking young artist and designer who stylistically transformed the airport's vision while maintaining the fundamental tools of navigation, the Zodiac. Thus came Time and Space, a 50-foot mural consisting of the 12 signs of the Zodiac, the sun, moon, and the earth. Then came the 90s, and the sculptures were uninstalled and stored in a dark, cold place, and not discovered until 2013. Understanding the significance and value of the sculptures, the airports and city officials rescued and restored them to be reinstalled permanently for all to enjoy. Thus, here we are today, and my name is Sherry Cloud, and I manage CLE's art program. Welcome to the unveiling of Time and Space. Please let me take this opportunity to introduce you to our Director of Airports, Mr. Bryant Francis.
All right. Thank you, Sherry. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Happy to have you here today. Welcome, as Sherry said, to the rededication of Victor Schreckengoss's Time and Space, better known as the Signs of the Zodiac. We so appreciate your presence as we commemorate the reintroduction of this historic celestial sculpture. The word zodiac is used in astronomy and astrology to refer to the band of sky over which the sun, moon, and planets move, as seen from Earth. The zodiac contains numerous constellations which were used by early travelers to aid in voyage navigation. Not only is Cleveland Hopkins the primary air transportation center for Northeast Ohio, but we have been next door neighbors with NASA's Glenn Research Center for over 80 years. Air and space have coexisted here for decades. What better place to have the work of the renowned artist Victor Schreckengoss displayed for millions to admire than right here in the center of CLE's terminal. Airports worldwide are presented with incredible opportunities to transcend their respective environments by reflecting the culture of the region they serve. Today, CLE has the distinct and unique opportunity to return this art piece to its rightful home. I would like to thank everyone that contributed to making this day a reality. Intermuseum Conservation Association, Gene Schreckengoss, Bob Rose, Rose Iron Works, Cleveland State University, the Cleveland Institute of Art, Benchmark, A.M. Higley, Rock Fine Arts, the Cleveland City Council, and members of my team, including our Airport Guest Experience Coordinator, whom you just met, Sherry Cloud, the communications team, as well as several of our painters, carpenters, and electricians. Your collective support and perseverance has made this moment possible. Congratulations to you. We are proud to have served as the original home of this fantastic one-of-a-kind sculpture, which hasn't been publicly viewable for nearly 25 years. CLE is honored to once again exhibit this extravagant piece. Not only is it an ingredient of Cleveland's history, but it provides insight to future travel as the airport approaches its 100th anniversary in 2025. Time and space will live in this prominent location for our guests to enjoy for years to come. This unveiling is well timed, as on April 8th, 2024, local residents and tens of thousands of visitors, I've heard might be more like hundreds of thousands, we'll have to wait and see, will witness what is being called the Great North American Eclipse. it will be the last total solar eclipse occurring directly over Northeast Ohio in our lifetime. So I'd say that's a pretty big deal. And in 2025, the Artemis 3 mission is planned to deliver the first humans to explore the region near the lunar South Pole for the first time in 50 years. NASA and its partners will land the first woman and the first person of color on the surface of the moon. So the ties of space remain relevant in our time. Thank you, Victor Schreckengost, for your contributions, which have stood the test of time and which we once again proudly display here at CLE, allowing us all to admire your creation and daydream a little about the wonders of space. But not too long, because we have flights to catch. In closing, we take great pride in our long and rich aviation history. It is both an honor and a privilege to bring back another moment from our past as we look to the future of your airport. We strive for continuous improvement in the customer experience, and there is much more to come in that regard, so stay tuned. Thank you once again, everyone, for attending today.
And now I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of Mayor Justin Bibb to introduce you to Rhonda K. Brown, Senior Strategist, Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy. Rhonda?
Thank you all for coming this afternoon. As you heard, my name is Rhonda Brown, and I am the first Senior Strategist for Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy for the City of Cleveland. On behalf of Mayor Bibb, I am so happy to welcome you here for the unveiling of this extraordinary sculpture created by Victor Schreckengost, an American industrial designer, a teacher, a sculptor, and an artist. His wide-ranging work as a designer and a sculptor is an important reference point to his alma mater, the distinguished Cleveland Institute of Art, which recently celebrated 140 years of excellence and innovation. The restoration and reinstallation of this work here at the Cleveland Hopkins Airport being the front door to the city for those choosing to visit us is testament to Mayor Bibb's commitment to public art, showcasing local artists and its significance to our city. As we unveil this incredible piece of art, you will notice a red needle like a point on the earth, which identifies Cleveland as the best location in the nation. That was coined at the time the piece was created. And I must say, we remain the best location in the nation. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to Sherry.
Thank you. So, who is Victor Schreckengost? Schrecken who? Schreckengost. That's who he is. Well, you may not know his name, but I'm sure if you're a child of the 60s or the 70s, you know his work. How many remember the Murray bike? And what about the pedal car? Remember these? And he is best known for the New York Jazz Bowl, which he designed for his anonymous client, the First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, the longest serving First Lady. This is who Victor Schreckengost is. He's all over the place. I'm sure you probably have something in your households. But now that you do have a little smidget information about him, I'm going to turn it over to Ed Romero, who is our Commissioner of Risk Management and Chair of the Art Preservation Committee.
Thank you, Sherry. For the most part, I'm just going to bridge a gap here, a little bit of storytelling on how this occurred. 11 years ago, under former Mayor Frank Jackson and Chief Financial Officer Sharon Dumas, I was voluntold that I had to create this committee, not knowing anything about art myself, but in the risk mitigation standpoint, we had pieces of art around the city that we needed to be able to display, to look after, to curate, basically. And so I formed a committee, and I have a group of my members here today, and I wanted to give them a shout out. There are a few members who have gone on to other endeavors in life, but the ones that are here, I'd like to point out, as you met Sherry Cloud, Deborah Rossman from our law department and an attorney for the city of many years, Natasha Brandt, our internal audit manager for the city of Cleveland, and of course Tara Petrus. Tara, I know you're an art, we could have done many of the things we were able to do without Tara. And Executive Commissioner Danielle Graham, Danielle from our Utilities Department. I don't see them here, but we have Commissioner Tiffany White Johnson, our Purchasing Commissioner, Jessica Gift, Glenn Murray from our Building and Housing, and Sergeant Mark Pesta of the Cleveland Police Division, who were members of our committee. So 11 years ago, we started the committee. Make sure you go to City Hall. We have a very, very expensive painting from Archibald Willard in the City Hall Rotunda, along with a display of many other mayoral paintings that we have. Also, so 10 years ago, as we were doing an inventory of our art collection across the city, we came out to the airport because we had known that it was approximately 1956 that it was commissioned, maybe in 55, that Rose Iron Works, in collaboration with Victor Schreckengast, would collaborate and produce time and space signs of the Zodiac. And I got the pleasure and honor of speaking with Mr. Bob Rose, who was still here, and he was a young man when it was dedicated at the front awning of the airport back in the 50s. When we did additional research, we found out that the pieces were stored on a wooden pallet covered by a tarp in one of the warehouses. So we engaged ICA to help us review it. We got estimates, and we were able, through their much talent, and Al Albano, a shout out, I know he's retired from ICA, he helped walk us through it, and it was restored to its current, and what you will see shortly, its eminence as it was back in the 50s. So we bring back to today. I just want to give you a little bit of a historical piece on it. Again, a shout out to the members of the committee. And again, Andy Rock and Keith Rock, who were instrumental in helping us get this together. So Rock Fine Art, again, I wanted to shout out to you. Thank you very much. And now, an additional privilege that I have today, it's my honor to introduce Professor Dan Cafaro from the Cleveland Institute of Art that was once known as the Cleveland School of Art when Victor attended it. And actually, since I got to shake his hand, I got to touch the hand that had touched Victor Schreckengast. So now my life is 360 degrees complete. Professor.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for inviting me to represent CIA here. Victor Schreckengast embodied so much of what Cleveland and the Cleveland Institute of Art stands for. Art and design, an incredible work ethic, and pragmatism. His work was created to meet the needs of others. His career as an artist, designer, and educator were intertwined, and he committed over 60 years of his life to the Cleveland Institute of Art, inspiring thousands of others to follow in his footsteps, a few of whom are here today, my students, as I was one of his students. At the height of his career, modernism grew in influence, and the idea of stripping things down to the bare minimum was in vogue. Victor bucked that trend. His work was infused with emotion and beauty. And this seems like the appropriate piece to be in this place, greeting people as they begin a new adventure. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this in person. Thank you.
And now we're going to have a special recorded message from all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, from Mrs. Jean Schreckengoss.
I'm delighted to participate in today's event, and I very much appreciate the City of Cleveland Department of Port Control for inviting me. This project was very dear to Big's heart. We enjoyed doing the design, working alongside Mel Burrows, a good friend of his, and former student, who executed them at Mel's environment. I saw them in their first placement outside the airport above the main entrance. They were expected to meet the artist, certainly not marry him, but it was one of our earliest. The next time we saw the pieces, when they were stored, we didn't get no saw them to check for any damage that we next time they were in public places on the lower level inside the airport. Now they will be at the entrance again, right inside, and all the travelers coming in will be able to enjoy it. And now, the moment everyone's been waiting for.
Guys, can you just stop? And we are ready. We're ready, gang. Isn't that beautiful? Time and space, people, time and space. I must say that I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the team players that made this all happen. So, if Mr. Bob Rose is here, thank you, Bob. I know you were just a little child at that time, but, you know, acknowledgments, you deserve them as well. Let me extend my appreciation to the project team, Team Impact, A.M. Higley, Benchmark, for their creative design, concept, and installation. Larry Sasson and Andy Rock Fine Art Services. Thank you for your fabrication and installation. And ICA, if you're in the house, thank you for your restoration process. And then a very huge shout out to our Art Preservation Committee. It's been a long time, people, and it's finally happened. I would be further remiss if I did not acknowledge Rob Henderson and his phenomenal building maintenance department. They are some of the most extraordinary tradesmen. Thank you for your collaboration on this project. And finally, a special thank you to my colleague and friend, John Hogan, for his professional support, guidance, and leadership. This concludes our program. Please enjoy the exhibit and have some cookies and get some brochures. Thank you for all coming.